episode 3 of Josie's Journeys. Come along with me as I explore the Upper Cape. For those of you who don't know, the Upper Cape consists of the towns of Bourne, Falmouth, Sandwich, and Mashpee, but for today I'll be focusing primarily on Falmouth and Sandwich. Let's get started. I began my Upper Cape escapade at a place I'd been pining after for quite some time, the Knob in Falmouth. Upon arriving to the Knob, you're greeted by a sign that warns long walk ahead, but let me tell you now that the hike is definitely worth the view waiting for you at the end. Along the walkway that led me to my destination, I was tempted off the beaten path by obscure trails that dared me to explore what lies outside the lines. I eagerly walked down every path, and each time, I was led to a breathtaking overlook that offered a different perspective of the view. After about 20 minutes of navigating my way through the greenery, I was brought to what I had been waiting for all along, the rocky hill that offers the most magnificent view of Buzzards Bay. Stone steps leading to this top of this natural overlook wind through lush greenery and output you onto a sandy clearing with a stone bench. Having made it to the peak, I stood and admired the expansive view of the sea. The Knob definitely lived up to the high expectations I had set for it, and as much as I didn't want to part ways, it was time for me to hit my next stop on my journey. Following my trip to the Knob, I decided to venture to downtown Falmouth to do some exploring. The energy of downtown Falmouth was infectious, and all I wanted to do was sit down at one of the wrought iron tables on the sidewalk, sip a warm cup of coffee, and soak in the sights. However, I knew there was so much more of the Upper Cape I had to see. Reluctantly, I said goodbye to Falmouth's charming downtown and headed to my next destination. A town with the same name as one of our favorite lunch foods, Sandwich is much more than everyone's stomach-rumbling first impression of it. I strolled past quaint clothing boutiques, coffee shops with patrons sitting on the front porch sipping their iced lattes, and bookstores with bikes parked outside. I took my time walking around in the crisp fall air before heading to my main destination, Dexter's Gristmill. Dexter's Gristmill is a fully operating, cornmeal-producing mill in the center of Sandwich. The historical haven offers seasonal tours 7 days a week and is the perfect place to visit if you're looking to soak in the beautiful sights while educating yourself on Sandwich's rich history. After taking the time to appreciate every aspect of the mill and discovering the undeniable draw of Sandwich, I thought I'd see what the Upper Cape beaches were like in comparison to those on the Outer Cape. I had no idea what to expect as I was used to the intimidating waves of Wellfleet and cramping calves from walking up excessive sand dunes. As I approached Sandy Neck Beach, I was greeted by gentle dunes of soft sand, beach grass blooming with vibrant yellow flowers, hiking paths along the hills, and a long pathway that led to the beach. Once I stepped out onto the main stretch of beach, I noticed large patches of colorful rocks and shells and plenty of surface area for beachgoers to spread out on a busy summer day. It was clear to me right off the bat that this beach was a favorite of locals and visitors alike. From what I gathered during the short amount of time I was there, the Upper Cape is the perfect combination of excitement and serenity. Just like the Outer Cape, it has an abundance of breathtaking beaches and quaint family-owned and operated businesses, but it sets itself apart in that there's still plenty of excitement to enjoy in the off-season. With more restaurants and shops open year-round, I'll definitely be making more trips to the Upper Cape this winter when looking to spend a night out on the town.